What's going on, guys? Thank you, Money Plays, for having us tonight. It's been a great time. Good venue. Everybody's done a great job. I'm going to skip right to the point here, do my little bit. I was actually talking to my sister earlier today. She hasn't had the best track record with relationships over the years, so she was excited to tell me that she had a coffee date with some guy that she knows from work, which was cool. You know, I told her, I was like, you know, you can actually learn a lot about a guy from how he takes his coffee. And she was like, oh, well, give me an example. I said, well, you know, for example, I take my coffee like I like my marriage. Bitter, lukewarm, and black. Can't believe I did the coffee joke. Everybody's done the coffee joke. It's like the Lindsay Lohan of jokes. You know, I love my sister, and I think that's why I'm afraid to watch any more porn. I've been watching porn for like 20 years nonstop. Got in during the AOL days. And I'm just terrified that one day I'm going to see somebody that I know, somebody that I love, in a pornographic movie. And I have a weird feeling that maybe it'll be my sister. It's just going to be totally fucking weird for me. It's going to be completely fucked up. And wow. I thought I had a microphone. Weird. So let's try to recover, shall we? What the fuck is going on out there? This is awesome. I hope this is all getting caught on videotape. So I'm terrified that I'm going to see somebody that I love in a pornographic movie. Like, can you imagine, like, you're cruising Pornhub and, you know, you click on the link and it's like, you know, big-titted amateur gets drilled by dude with 14-inch cock. And you're like, oh, shit, I got to check that out, right? So you look at it, you know, obviously, and everything's out of focus. And you see this girl, like, 20 feet away on a bed. And she's masturbating, but you can't really tell what's going on because it's all out of focus. So it could either be a woman masturbating or maybe, like, a girl tuning a banjo. Because she's playing with a nipple and, you know, playing with herself at the same time. So, like, is she tuning a banjo or what's going on here? And then, you know, they kind of back up and it's this dude. He's, like, really skinny but really well hung. And you're like, holy shit, this banjo player is going to get fucking plowed. And then, you know, they kind of zoom in and then they pan out. And it's your fucking sister. You imagine how fucking awkward that would be? What would happen? What do you think would happen? Would your fucking face melt off? Like the Nazis at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark when they opened the fucking Ark of the Covenant and the only person that's spared is the fucking Indiana Jones because he closed his eyes. Like, why does closing your eyes spare you from getting smited by the Lord Almighty? Like, I don't understand why closing your fucking eyes makes a difference. Like, oh yeah, the zombies, they got melted into fucking ectoplasm, but yeah, he's cool. He closed his eyes. No big deal. Oh, Jesus Christ. So, as you probably guessed, I do spend too much time watching pornography, but I'm lucky because I grew up in the age of the internet, so I never had to actually go to a porn store, which is awesome. You don't think there's any such thing as too much porn? Huh?
No, probably not.
I'm just trying to get into your conversation, bro. So I was lucky enough that I never actually had to go to a porn store to buy a porn because I would imagine that it'd be pretty uncomfortable. Like, what if the guy at the porn shop, like, tries to small talk with you? Like, what the fuck do you do? Like, you don't want to be engaged in a conversation with this guy. You don't want to have to think about all the fucked up decisions that this guy made to land him behind the fucking counter of the porn store at 4 a.m. on a Sunday. Like, I can only guess that it had a lot of fucking door-to-door knocking going on behind it, the whole situation. Like, I would imagine that whatever he did to land himself there took up a lot of weekends to clear up. Community service and whatnot. And, you know, what if you take a DVD up to the thing and he's like, oh, good choice. You're like, fuck. Now you got to go back and pick another one. And you keep picking another one until he doesn't fucking have an opinion. And, you know, then at the end of it all, you wind up with, like, Zombie Trannies from Mars, Volume 19. And it's only available on Blu-ray, so you got to pay $8 extra. for no fucking reason, but it comes with, special features. So you go home and you get all engrossed in the fucking special features, and then you're learning all about fucking zombie, Martian, transsexual areola makeup jobs, which you never pictured yourself doing. And then at the end of it all, it's like, I can't even masturbate to this. I'm like too involved in the whole concept. So then you got to figure out, like, maybe you Google like zombie, Martian, transsexual fucking makeup artist jobs on Google. Maybe you get a hit. You got to move to Philadelphia. That sucks. Jesus Christ. So I've come to realize that in 2014, people become way too comfortable and way too familiar with you way too quickly. I was at a bar, not this bar, thank God, a few weeks ago, and I was drinking a beer that was like not really mainstream. It was kind of like a hipster beer. And some dude kind of walked up. He asked me what it was. And I told him about it a little bit. He's like, "Oh, can I have a sip of your beer?" And I'm like thinking to myself, like, "Can you have a sip of my beer?" Like, I'm a hardcore alcoholic, dude. Like, to me, you might as well ask me, like, "Hey, you mind if I go home and bone your wife?" I'd probably be more likely to say yes. Like, yeah, dude, totally. Here's my car keys. Why don't you just fucking borrow my car while you're at it? Go home, late to the old lady, and, let me know what you think. Like, can I have a sip of your beer? No, you can have a tall glass of shut the fuck up. Like, get away from me. Guys, I have a confession to make. This is going to be a little uncomfortable, but I think I've primed you for it pretty well because my whole set's uncomfortable. I recently had sex with my first cousin. And a lot of my friends, exactly. A lot of my friends are like, dude, you had sex with your first cousin. I can't believe it. Like, why would you do that? That's fucking ludicrous. Like, if it was your second cousin or your third cousin, or even your fourth cousin, like, I could maybe see it, but you had sex with your first cousin, dude, not your third cousin, not your fourth cousin. I don't know what to say, and I really don't understand their point, because I don't see how fucking 2 or 3 more cousins is going to improve my situation. And it's not that I have any aversion to having sex with more family members. I just don't have very many attractive cousins. Like, my cousin Ray is not a bad guy, but he's married. And I've been married for like 8 years, so I've got at least another 6 months before I'm ready to suck a dick. Okay, that's my time, folks. Thank you very much.